You are a balanced person who lives in a charm with your inner world. And how do you think, at what age this harmony image coming?
Oh, I think it's a work in progress. I do a lot of yoga and soul searching. I think when you start to study acting, it's a process as well of, it's a growth process. The more you know yourself, the better you can be, a better actor that you can be. So it's good to look inward.
I know that you conduct a sportive activity life, and you practice yoga and you do mountain climbing. I know that it's not very popular among women. Why did you choose climbing, mountain climbing? Is it
hiking? Yeah.
Yeah. Is it just sport, or it is more for you than sport?
Ever since I was a little girl, I really loved the woods. I love nature. I grew up hiking in the woods with my dad, and he used to take me on hikes. And he studied trees. That was what he did when he went to university. He studied everything about trees and forestry. And since I was tiny, I would go hiking with him. It's just something I really enjoy, being in the woods. So I do it because of physical activity, but also because I really do love the woods. I love plants and birds.
And you have a rest there, right? You have
a rest. Yeah. Yes, it's good for my soul.
I know that you live in a rancho, and I know that you rarely give interview and go to some events. And how do you think it's you're good looking because you have no any alcohol and parties in your life, or what?
I drink wine.
Really?
So yeah, I think wine's good for you a little bit. I just think
what wine you
prefer? Excess. I like red wine, and I like white wine in the summertime, or rosé. Yeah. But I mean, I don't drink it every day. I just drink it occasionally. So, but they say a little bit's good for you.
And how much time you do for yourself every day, per day?
Exercise?
Yeah.
Usually at least an hour a day. Today I only did 40 minutes. I don't beat myself up if if I do 40 minutes, I'm satisfied, but I like to do it at least an hour normally.
You don't need some coach? You do it yourself?
No, I don't need any help. Because I enjoy it. I do it every day. It's not. I think a lot of times people need to have someone make them do it, and I don't need anybody to make me do it.
And how long you practice yoga?
How many years?
Yes, how many years?
I started a long time ago when I was pregnant with my son. I started going to class, and so he's 25. So that was 26 years ago.
Don't tell me about this because you don't look like.
Yeah, but I think I've become more serious. Not serious, more devoted, I would say, in the last 4 years. I've become much more devoted.
And your son, he's also like yoga, no?
All my kids like yoga.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And I take them to yoga. They all do yoga. So. And
it's beautiful.
It's also a mind. It's the yogic mind.
Yeah,
it's not just
it helps. Yeah.
It's mind, body, and spirit.
Yeah.
So it's all, and encompasses all of it. It's not just about the physical. It's also about the spirit, the mind.
And what do your children think about your profession?
I don't think they're so used to it. It's unusual for somebody else, but for them it's normal.
Do they discuss maybe some roles of you? Maybe tell their impressions about your role? No?
They didn't really watch very many of my roles growing up. Yeah, I didn't. They weren't exposed to what I did very much because I didn't grow up around the business, so they really didn't think about it. But they knew Groundhog Day because every kid knows Groundhog Day. Kids all love this movie, and so they were aware of a little bit, but not very much until they got older. And particularly my daughters are interested because they're interested in acting. So now they've gone back and watched different movies to see, out of curiosity, especially Sex, Lies, and Videotape, because that was very famous, very critically acclaimed, and it was groundbreaking. So
many fans love you for the roles in the romantic comedy. And what role for you it's closer to you?
Yeah, I like more obscure ones just because they weren't as noticed. Maybe like I love this movie that I did. Diane Keaton directed me in a movie called Unstrung Heroes, and I love the movie myself, and I think I admire it also. I think because it did get overlooked a little bit, and it is a great movie. So I like more obscure films.
And you're a popular actress, and you can choose a film where you would like to act in. And maybe what film scenarios you accept and what you reject?
I can't even really think of anything that I've rejected. They've said movies online, but it's not true. So I don't really know. I mean, just feel very fortunate. It's not very many people that have the opportunity to get to work in the kind of films that I've gotten to work in. So I realize how fortunate that I've been. It's a very unusual career. There's so many people that would love to act, and so few that actually have the opportunity to get to make it. And I'm just really thankful I'm one of the few.
Maybe you have some role about what you dream.
I just want to continue to work. I think it's harder as you get older, not because of anything other than our social structure is one that everywhere we embrace youth, and the youth goes to the movies a lot. So it's a very youth-oriented business. But I think if you are flexible and creative, there is a way that you can maintain the opportunity for work. I've been working with a bunch of kids recently, and the great thing is because the generation that I'm working with, they remember me from the movies that I did in the 90s, because that was when they were growing up. So they've embraced me in a really beautiful way, and want to work with me, because I did a TV show that I just did, it's called Jane by Design, which is, I'm the oldest person and the whole cast, which is fascinating, but it's fun. And it's great because it introduces me to a whole new generation. So now when I walk through the airport in America now, it used to be all the parents that knew who I was, and now it's the kids that know who I am. So that's nice.
I see. I just want to ask you about maybe some Russian movies. Did you see something Russian movies? Maybe you like some of them?
I used to keep up with it much better than I do now, and I need to start doing my homework again. But yeah, there have been some Russian movies that I love, and I remember I used to correspond with different directors, Russian directors, when I was first starting out. But then I can't even think. I should have done my homework, but I can't even think right now. But that was back when I really used to be very extremely ambitious, which I should probably do again.
I would like to tell you that you're always perfectly dressed. You do it yourself? You choose your clothes, or maybe somebody helps you, assist you?
No, I do it myself, and I don't know. I think I'm sure if I got help, it would be better, but I don't mind doing it myself. I like to do most things myself.
And what designer maybe you prefer when you go to by the
red carpet?
Yeah.
There's so many that I love, and I've been very fortunate. I started in the fashion business, so I started as a model many years ago. But it would be hard. I've worn Calvin Klein and Donna Karan. Great American designers. I've worn French designers.
From American.
Calvin Klein and Donna Karan, and I'm trying to think. Alberta Ferretti. I had a wonderful relationship with Alberta Ferretti and Armani. Loads of beautiful clothes. And I should have asked about a Russian designer, because I do that a lot when I travel. I'll say, introduce me to someone. I wish I would have said that, because I could have been wearing. I could have done that tonight. I should have done that.
Okay.
Too bad. Next time.
Of course, you should do it, because you have. Now we have a lot of good designers.
Right. It would have been nice if I should have done that. Just borrowed a dress from someone here. Oh well.
I know that you accomplished a lot in your life, but what other goals do you have?
I guess the best part of my life is being a mother, and I'm still and I'm still raising my kids. My daughter is going to be a senior next year, and we need to find a good college for her. And still,
you do it yourself, or she will be doing it herself?
Oh, she does everything herself,
really?
but I try to help her a little bit. But she's very independent and.
I think now all
extremely independent, but I've got to be there with her too, and just participating with my kids, someday being a grandmother. I think those will be the greatest gifts. Continuing to work, yes, but my children will always be the most important part of my life.
I have my own TV program. It's named Family Happiness. And what is for you family happiness?
Being together, we were really spread out. We've been really spread out the last couple of years. My daughter is very ambitious. She's going to school in New York at the Professional Children's School. She's been modeling this year, and then my other daughter is out in Los Angeles. She's an aspiring actress and she sings. And then my son's in Montana. But next year, the three my two daughters and I will be together. And it was something that we discussed, that we really want to try to stay closer, living close together, because we're only here once. This is it. Life is you don't have a second chance.
Yeah, of course. It's too short.
It's too short.
Quickly coming.
Yeah.
And how often you gather it together?
Well, now we're going to live near each other, which we're really looking forward to. Just this, the simple thing of being able to have dinner together. I think that's such a gift, and you don't realize it until you're not. Yes. But next year we're going to be together a lot more. But my son, I haven't been able to see him that much. But now that I'm going to be on the West Coast, I'll be able to see him a lot more because it's a lot closer.
I want to ask you, what is a charity for you?
That's an interesting question. I think there are so many worthy causes, and I congratulate you for making a choice and putting a lot of time and energy into it, because I think I know for myself, I get asked to do so many charities. Sometimes I can't see the process of what's happening and how it's changing. I do a lot of work with ovarian cancer in America because of L'Oreal, because I've worked for L'Oreal for 25 years, and for 15 years L'Oreal has been a big sponsor of ovarian cancer in America. And I'm actually able to see the effect. I've gotten to know a lot of these women, gotten close with them, a lot of the women that have ovarian cancer, and I'm able to dialogue with them and have personal relationships with them and understand what happens to them. And that's been really powerful for me, because now I feel like it's real personal. And I'm sure it's the same for you with your charity, is when you start to see the effect of what happens with the children and how the money is used, and how these kids are being cared for. It has a lot more meaning than just saying this charity or that charity. It becomes really personal. And it was really nice to get to meet these kids yesterday and to go to the hospital and to see the good. Yeah, they were precious. They're so loving. It's lovely.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Good time to us.
Thank you. You can say it again.
Yes. Thank you very much, Andy.
Thank you. Thank you.